We're joined by the Speaker of the House, Mike Johnson. Mr. Speaker, thank you for joining us this morning. The Democratic proposal is designed to prevent millions of Americans from losing their health insurance, losing Medicaid coverage, or health care premiums. Why are you against that?
That's an absurd statement, what you said there. Let's be clear about what happened last night, George. No, George, let me tell you what happened last night. Everybody can go and review the facts for themselves. 44 Senate Democrats voted to reject a clean, nonpartisan continuing funding resolution to keep the United States government open. The Democrats said instead that they wanted to give health care to illegal aliens instead of keeping critical services provided for the American citizens. That's what happened, plain and simple. Every Democrat in the House, except one, voted against the clean continuing resolution. It was nonpartisan in nature. There are no policy riders on it that Republicans favored. It's exactly what Chuck Schumer and other Democrats voted for in March. But they've changed their tune. They changed their tune because Chuck Schumer is having political problems right now. That's just a simple fact, and everybody knows that. He's trying to outrun the far-left portion of his base, so he's decided to inflict pain on the American people. That's the reality of what we're facing.
Here are the facts. The proposal does not provide health care for illegal immigrants.
This is what happens when you fucking capitulate to the Republicans the first time, Chucky boy. Look at that. They use your initial compromise to belittle you. I said it. I said it back then. Don't fucking fund the government. Don't be a bitch. There was plenty to point to, even back then, to force a shutdown, to force these dipshits to actually compromise on some stuff. Since then, Donald Trump has invaded numerous American cities with the fucking military, Chuck. And now they're using your initial compromise against you to be like, oh, what changed?
Illegal immigrants cannot buy health care under the Affordable Care Act. They cannot receive health care subsidies. No. Illegal immigrants are ineligible for Medicare, Medicaid, and the Children's Health Program. The Democratic bill does not make them eligible.
It does, actually, because what it does is it unwinds the changes that Republicans put into the big, beautiful bill, the big signature legislation that we passed and signed into law on July 4th. That has been very successful in shoring up Medicaid for the people who are actually eligible to receive it. What we did in the bill, and the CBO just verified this 3 weeks ago, the Congressional Budget Office, the nonpartisan arbiters of everything up here, they said that those provisions have helped to reduce premiums. Why? Because we got ineligible recipients off of Medicaid, illegal aliens, and able-bodied young men who are riding the wagon who are not eligible to be there. Medicaid is intended for specific populations of U.S. citizens. That is young, pregnant women who are down on their luck, the disabled and the elderly. Those resources are being drained from those folks, and so we fix that.
Well, I do actually think about this a bit. Like, what will it take for the average Republican to recognize that these guys are just lying? Anytime they say, oh, it's because Democrats wanted to fund the undocumented or the transgenders, like, they're actually just lying. They're taking away your funds. There are no funds going to the undocumented. Okay? They're just lying to you because you're stupid, and they know you're stupid. They know that they can just dupe you. There's no other way to describe this. Like, I want to have a conversation with like hogs who think, nah, you don't understand, brother. It's going to undocumented. It's like, it's going to illegal aliens. It's like, no, man, it's coming out of your pockets. You're fucking stupid. Like, undocumented immigrants can't get Medicaid. They can't get Medicare. They can't get any of the fucking, they can't get any of the social programs. Like, we're not even having a conversation about whether or not they should. It's just not, it's not relevant to this point right now. Democrats are straight up trying to defend your health care from being taken away by the people you voted for.
Reduced fraud, waste, and abuse in the program. Chuck Schumer's counterproposal on the CR would reverse that. That is a simple fact.
The CBO did not say that about illegal immigrants. You've made your point right there. Let me ask you about President Trump. He had another deepfake video overnight. How does that help the cause of getting a deal and opening the government?
Look, the president uses social media for humor. He makes jokes. He does lots of things. What the president did in showing leadership, though, 2 days ago, was he brought in Chuck Schumer and Hakeem Jeffries to meet with me and Leader Thune in the Senate to try to work this out. He gave them unlimited time they had in the Oval Office, and they would not come to the table to do exactly, George, what they themselves have said repeatedly over and over and over. We have a highlight reel playing on my social media that shows Chuck Schumer in his own words for the last decades saying that a shutdown would be dangerous and disastrous and reckless.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true. A shutdown is dangerous. A shutdown is disastrous. A shutdown is reckless. But you know what's more reckless? Cutting $800 billion in Medicaid, man. That's it. Yeah, I abhor violence. I think violence is wrong. There are a million instances where you can clip me saying, I think violence is completely unacceptable. But obviously, if someone were to fucking break into my house and try to kill me, then yeah, violence would be permissible in that moment. These things are, you have to analyze these statements with what they are seeking to solve, what issues they're seeking to solve.
And now he is the one leading his party off that cliff. There's one question that Senate Democrats have to ask today. How long are they going to allow Chuck Schumer to do this to them so that he himself can get political cover from the far left corner of his base? He believes he's going to get a challenge for the Senate from AOC. That's what changed his mind. That's what's driving this agenda. And it's harming real American people. You said at the outset how many people will be unpaid. Many people will lose their jobs over this. TSA agents, the troops won't be paid. They have to go to work. They won't be paid because Chuck Schumer wants to play political games with a nonpartisan continuing resolution to keep government on.
I'm going to be honest, he's not talking like a man whose Grindr profile is about to be outed. I'm just saying. I looked at it. I'm watching him speak. I'm looking at his mannerisms. It looks like his Grindr profile is not about to be outed at any moment. I'm going to be honest. This doesn't mean he's not gay. That's not what I'm saying at all. I'm just simply saying he has the confidence of a man who knows that his Grindr profile is going to be secret, is going to be kept a secret.
The president also said at the Pentagon yesterday that he wants American cities to be used as training grounds for the American military. Is this the highest and best use of the U.S. military, and is this the right way to train them?
Clipped.
I don't serve in the Pentagon. I run the House of Representatives. And what we need to be talking about today is real harm that the American people are going to feel because of what Schumer is doing. Let me tell you what's going to be.
Well, hold on a second. As Speaker of the House, do you answer the question? As Speaker of the House, do you believe it's appropriate to use American cities as training grounds for the U.S. military, calling those people in the American cities?
Where was this energy, man? Thank you, Stephanopoulos. Holy shit.
The enemy within. I'm asking you, as Speaker of the House, do you think that's appropriate?
I'm not going to comment on your characterization of what the president said.
No, that's not his characterization, Michael Penis. That's what he said. Okay, Michael Penis. Those are words that your president said.
Do you think
in front of all the generals? Oh, that's your characterization. It's like, how do you characterize it? What is your characterization of the statements that the president made in front of the generals?
That's appropriate.
I'm not going to comment on your characterization of what the president said. I
Those
didn't
are-
get
those
to
are
see
quotes.
that
They're
speech
not a
because I was a little busy
characterization.
yesterday. Well, you can take his quotes out of context, which you often do, and I don't think that's fair to the president. I'll tell you what he's done, though.
There are instances where everybody gets taken out of context. My big, beautiful president gets taken out of context as well. As someone who is professionally taken out of context, I will tell you, this is not one of those moments. Okay? This is not one of those moments. What context could that exist in? Explain the context then.
He's put National Guard troops here in D.C. and cleaned up the crime problem. People can walk safely to and from work today because the president takes crime seriously. Some of the big mayors in some of these big blue cities are not, and I think that's probably what he was addressing there. But what we need to talk about right now, speaking of troops, is that they won't be paid right now because the Democrats are playing political games.
That's crazy because he didn't even, I mean, we all know that's bullshit anyway, But he didn't even say that. He just straight up said, we're going to use American cities as testing ground for our war fighters. Something along those lines. It's just, he did say that, and he does mean that, and he also is the president, and he has been doing that. So I don't know what we're talking about. Here's also what Senator Reverend Raphael Warnock, radical liberal Raphael Warnock, was tweeting. So I was sentenced by Georgia this morning, 2025 premiums versus 2026 premiums for someone making $65K a year. Republicans in Washington did this. This is what I'm fighting to stop. This is what's at stake within this shutdown fight. I mean, this is a different program. That's the reason why it's so much more expensive. It's not the same one, I don't think. Right? Is it the same one? Anthem Bronze Blue Value HMO 5000, $0 virtual visits, $0 select drugs, 0 virtual PCP, 0 select drugs. It's a bronze HSA. Wait. HSA HMO versus a bronze HMO. Isn't HSA worse? Also, this is like the cheapest you can get. God damn, it's bad out there, bro. This is literally the worst healthcare. This healthcare is dog shit. God, America is so fucked. Nah, we can't get free healthcare, man. We mustn't. We must not.
FEMA is not going to be provided. FEMA services will not be provided that the government is now shut down. If you have flood insurance that you need to renew before the hurricanes come on, you can't do that right now. We have critical medical services for veterans and their families. I mean, suicide prevention programs. These are really serious issues that are being caused by the government shutdown. And we need the Democrats to put the politics aside and keep the engines running here. That's critically important for the American people. And it's stunning to me that they're willing to play games like this when they themselves have said, go watch the tape, throughout their entire careers, that this should never be done.
Mr. Speaker, thank you. Nothing I said about the president was out of context. Those were direct quotes from the president. But thank you for your time this morning.
Cherry-picked out of a long speech.
Let's turn now to House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries.
Cherry-picked out of a long speech.
Mr. Leader,
yeah, a long speech where he said a bunch of other dumb shit, too. That wasn't the only dumb shit he said in that speech, man. What the fuck are we talking about? All right,
response.
Let's see what my Sex Panther had to say. I want to see the goat talk.
Speaker said there about the president's comments on the enemy within and using American cities to train the military.
What the fuck?
Well, good morning, George. It was a deeply disturbing statement that the president made. We need presidential leadership that brings people together as opposed to tearing us apart. And so it's the case that not a single American should ever be viewed as the enemy within or potentially as target practice for the American.
Oh my God, please, bro, retire, please. Please, bro, you are so bad. How are you so bad at talking, bro? It's just like basic shit. It's just talking. Why are you so sauceless?
Military, which is why the American people have rejected the deployment and occupation of American cities and towns and counties with American military troops. We have the finest military in the world, and they should be used to keep us safe from external enemies.
You also heard the speaker say that the Democrats want to fund health care for illegal aliens, illegal immigrants, by trying to reverse what was in the president's domestic spending bill earlier this year. Your response?
Donald Trump and Republicans have shut the government down because they don't want to provide health care to working class Americans. Federal law prohibits the use of Medicare, Medicaid, the Children's Health Insurance Program, and the Affordable Care Act to provide health insurance in any way, shape, or form to undocumented immigrants.
Dollar Store Obama, are you kidding me? Barack Obama is a generational talent as far as like being a fantastic speaker goes. This is like, it's like saying I play basketball and LeBron plays basketball. I'm Dollar Store LeBron. No, man, there are degrees to this shit, okay? Barack Obama is the LeBron of speech. Hakeem Jeffries speaks with the cadence of a kindergartner. How can you put these two things together? It literally, I'm not Mr. That sounds kind of racist, but that is such a ridiculous comparison that low key that's kind of racist to make that statement because they're both black, I guess. Now, Barack Obama has not used his charismatic gift of gab for good ever, really. Fucking can't think of the last time he used it for something good. He just fucked off and now, you know, goes on naked jet ski rides with the guy that owns Virgin, Richard Branson. But, you know,
in a way that improves the quality of life of the American people.
It doesn't seem like that's going to happen anytime soon. Are you worried the Democrats are going to get blamed for this shutdown and the unity is going to erode? Already, 2 Democratic senators and Angus King, the independent senator from Maine who votes with the Democrats, already voted with the GOP once.
Well, Democrats are united in our resolve to make sure that we cancel the cuts, lower the costs, and save health care for the American people. We're in the midst of an incredible crisis, a health care crisis that Republicans have caused. Already this year, the largest cut to Medicaid in American history, triggering the possibility of a $536 billion cut to Medicare as a result of the one big ugly bill that Republicans passed if we don't act by the end of the year. In the next few days, more than 20 million Americans are going to experience notices that will indicate that their premiums and copays and deductibles are about to skyrocket, bankrupting many Americans or preventing them from being.
I don't know. I don't know how. Like, I'm listening to someone who I agree with on this issue 100%. Okay? Everything he's saying is right. Every single thing he's saying is correct. What he's doing is the right thing. But because he is so bad at communicating, and I'm like, oh my God, please, please, please wrap this up. It's crazy. I'm skipping it. He's right, though. The thing is, like, he's 100% right. What they're doing is correct. And their defense of healthcare is not only honest, but it's a good thing. It's the right thing to do. It still blows my mind that he's the one. He's just so incapable of defending this position in the most defensible position of all time. What is this? This is a real video by the Democrats' official YouTube channel. What?
Republican and Democrat kiddies cannot agree on what should be funded. Democrat kiddies want you to have health care. Republican kiddies do not. Republican kiddies control the Senate, House, and the White House, so they're using that to cut your health care and give money to billionaires. Democrat kitty tries to negotiate, but Republican kitty keeps running away. He has a vacation to get to. Uh-oh, suddenly the money you pay for your health insurance has tripled. Thanks, Republicans.
I think for a moment there, I saw the light at the end of the tunnel while I was watching that. And it felt like I was about to be the first person who just dies from watching a YouTube video with kitties in it. Like I was going to die from simply watching a YouTube video and then subsequently get banned for dying. It's just like correct message, but delivered in the worst way possible. Once again,